Thank you for that sub. I have no alerts on because I want the focus on the interviewing. Yo, what's up? 1v12 TV. Welcome to the stream. Be the sun. Thank you for the follow. Hello. I'm really excited because this is a V. Oh, I totally forgot to put VTuber edition. Whatever. It's self-explanatory. Aw. None of the channel points will work, so I'll make sure I will refund all of you. But hi. Hello. We'll be on shortly. I'm excited. It'll be really cool. We're gonna be talking about streaming, platinum hunting, even though I'm not a platinum huntress, but it's okay. We're talking to a platinum huntress. That's not gonna work. Stop wasting your points. Hi, little geek. Thank you for that kind words you said to me. That really made my day. But yeah. Hi, Shay Shay. I'll be interviewing Shay Shay. My last interview of July, so I'm looking for that. Yo, Spark. You want me to hold on? Let me turn on the check-ins. I did not turn on the check-ins. It's okay, Spark. You count it. I'll make sure I'll count that. How are you, friend?
Look.
I have no idea what I'm talking about either. I'm bad. Hey, what's up? Thank you. Who are you? I love it. I love meeting new people. All right, we're gonna say hi to Mortal in 1 minute. I bet you're really excited. And we have something special planned for you guys, but we'll talk about it after. Alrighty. Mortal, you ready? I would say give me a thumbs up, but you're a VTuber. You have no thumbs. Well, you do, but you don't. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm so excited to have you guys here. I'm Ale Dreamy. Ale Dream is resting, so I'm taking over. And I'm here with the one and only Mortal Paralyte. I heard so many good things about you.
Oh, thank you. I've heard so many good things about you, too.
I know. I'm amazing. I think it's because of the owl. But can you please introduce yourself to those who don't know you?
Yeah, of course. So my name is Mortal Paralyte. I am a variety streamer, YouTube content creator, and trophy huntress. So I do a bunch of, 100% achievements on my stream, mostly PlayStation, but I also do a little bit of Steam and trying to just, masochist myself in front of a live audience.
Well, yay. I'm so happy to have you here. Hey, what's up, Aaron? How are you? I want to go. Little Geek says he wants to go where you are. The background. Can you please tell us what that is and where is it? And is that like a Google image or is that actually a photograph?
Of course. So this picture is actually on the way towards what's called the Hoh Rainforest. It is towards it's in Forks, Washington, where a lot of people know it from the Twilight series. But this picture was actually taken by yours truly, myself. I was there last year as the photographer for that festival. So Hoh, H-O-H. You can find it in the Washington State area.
I love it. And the lighting is so pretty and everything. So I bet you use like a really cool lens for that.
Not even. This was done with my phone.
What? Whoa.
Yep. This one was done with my phone.
Wow. Well, so that's something I didn't know about you. Well, I did, but I didn't know. But I didn't know you did photography. Can you please tell us more about your photography?
Yeah, so I started doing photography, I want to say roughly 15 years ago, at least, as more than just a little hobby on the side where it was like, touristy. I had started to do, battle reenactments for like wars and everything. And then people started to ask me about doing some for family shoots and whatnot. And back in 2019, I got asked to be the photographer for a large festival in the Forks, Washington area called Forever Twilight and Forks. It's where a lot of cosplayers, the actors from the series, and a lot of just fans in general tend to go and hang out over there and just want to have fun and not feel judged for something that is deemed normal to hate. So we all feel like a family, and coming here is just so relaxing, so peaceful that it brings me to my happy place.
I love that. That's so cool. I used to do freelance photography. But that's really neat. Like, I love knowing different talents besides gaming because, a lot of talents bring everybody together and stuff. So, what is your favorite type of photography? Because there's all types of photography. There's cinematic, there's nature, there's people, there's a whole bunch of things. So, what's your favorite part of photography?
I'd like to say that it's a toss up between um, nature, but also in person, because I find that when you're taking those in person moments, it just feels like you're capturing a moment in time where it can just be immortalized, especially, candid moments. Not a lot of people think that they're pretty, but I find that that's the most raw form of emotion that you can capture in a picture. Whereas with nature, it's kind of the same thing, is that you're capturing its raw element, like this picture in the background, for example. Thankfully there was no one driving in the road at the time, but you're capturing sort of like a journey towards your next destination. And with the forest, it's life and it's the sun breathing in. You're just experiencing so many different emotions with nature and with people that it's a good mix, I find.
Wow, that's crazy. That's really exciting though. I love that. And then thank you for explaining about the photography journey and the pictures. Also, chat, if you do have questions, you're more than welcome to interrupt me and I will read the questions out loud so Mortal could answer. But I think she's reading the chat too. So, Mortal,
Yeah.
if you see a question that you want to answer, be my guest, okay?
Yeah, of course. And if I can expand on it a little bit with the photography, it is very much that it's kind of like streaming in the sense where I received a lot of negative comments about my photography, saying that the only reason people liked them was because they were free. So being asked to be like a actual photographer and a paid one at that for a large festival that is renowned, it gave some confidence that people thought that that it was good enough. And then when I started incorporating them in my streams, because I use this background not just in my just chatting, but I also use a different one for my normal streams, then it just feels like I can incorporate my own, what I perceive as great pictures, into my own stream and be even more proud of them. So overcoming those negative comments in a sense.
I love that. I love the fact that you don't take from nobodies. That's really important. So I'm happy for you. That's really neat
Yeah.
though. Are you planning to take more pictures during the summer? Because it's been hot and it's probably going to be nice shots of like different animals and nature and stuff.
Oh, definitely. Such as like at next month, pardon, in about 3 weeks or so, I'm actually going on a cruise to Alaska. So I'm going to be able to take a bunch of pictures on the water, even a bunch of pictures in nature itself. And then, of course, I've been asked once again to be the photographer this year for the festival. So in September, I'll actually be going once more to Forks in order to be able to take not just the pictures of the cosplay group that I've been hired to take, but also, going to the beaches, going to the rainforests and everything.
You have to do me a favor when you're in Alaska. You must take a picture of the Northern Lights. You must.
I shall. If we see them on the boat, I will.
Yeah, it's a very hard view because it depends on like the time of day and stuff. I because I love the Northern Lights. It's so pretty.
If I can, I will definitely take a picture for you.
Yay! I'm excited. Okay,
Of course.
so photography, and now let's talk about gaming. So, listen, I know you're a platinum huntress, but I'm just, an anime cute little girl with the owl on my head. What's platinum hunting?
So it's kind of like when you're looking at a list of things to do, not just in life, but in gaming as well. If you see that there's to do things, it's sort of checking those things off. And in gaming, that's sort of the same thing. You have a list of things to do in a game, such as it could be, if we're taking the popular Dead by Daylight game, it could be hit your survivor with your weapon 20 times, and then your checklist is done. And then once your checklist is done, then at the end, you get what's called a platinum trophy, which means you've 100% everything that needs to be done in the game. So I am after those 100% or platinum trophies, called.
Platinum trophies. So, what are those again? I'm just kidding. So platinum trophies is basically when you complete a game 100% on PlayStation, correct?
That is correct, yeah. On Steam, you would just have a little medal that shows that you've done 100%. But on PlayStation, you get a actual little achievement itself for saying, yes, you've unlocked every single thing.
Wow. Also, Zod, thank you for that resub. And Zod says that he got a platinum on Spider-Man and a Game of Thrones. Have you played any of those games?
Yes, I have. I have done Spider-Man twice, and Game of Thrones, if you were referring to Telltale one, I have done that as well. But there is an RPG one that came out on the PlayStation 3 years and years ago that I started, but I had borrowed that game from the library, so I actually never got to finish that one.
Wait, you could borrow games from the library? See, I know about movies and audio CDs, but I didn't know you could borrow video games from the library.
Well, it used to be back in, I want to say 2013, 2014 when you could do so. So I don't know if that's still a thing, but in my local library, you can still do it.
Wow.
Oh, the choose your own adventure one. So that is the Telltale one. Yeah. So I have actually finished that one. It was a good story.
That's really neat. I love that. So what was your first game that you ever platinum in history?
Funny enough, that is actually noted in the site psnprofiles.com, and it was actually Lego Harry Potter's year 1 through 4.
How long did that take you?
Oh God, maybe a good 20, 30 hours. The Lego games are never known to be very long, but they are a little bit grindy simply because you have to do every single thing with certain characters that you have to buy with studs, and that can take quite a while. But all in all, I think I want to say it took me roughly 24 or 30 hours.
Whoa. I've started playing the Harry Potter one, if I remembered, because I had it for PC, because I used to have this service called Utomic, and they had like games like that. And it was fun. The Lego games are really fun, but I find them really grindy.
Yeah, that is the case. I've actually done several Lego games, such as the Marvel Avengers one, the Lego Harry Potter, because I did the years 1 through 4 on PS3, then 5 to 7 on PS3, and now I've started doing them once more on PlayStation 4 because they are free with the PlayStation Premium. So I've actually been trying to go back and do the latest one. Indiana Jones one, I have, but I actually never got started with it. But the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean one seems like a good time because it has the music in it.
That sounds fun. Uh-oh, someone's saying it's just me, the audio is a bit buggy. Oh, is audio buggy? Check, check. Oh, we did some test checking before. Can you check the mic for me?
To me, you sound fine.
Oh, you.
It could also... Me?
Yeah, check you. I want to check you.
Check. 1, 2.
She's stuttering? They say you're stuttering. Let's see. Give me 1 second.
Could it be...
Talk again?
Check, 1, 2. Hello.
There's an echo? Uh-oh. Hold on. I can't hear what you hear.
Roboting. Oh, no.
She sounds clear to me, but, chat always hears different things. I'm going to mute myself, continue talking, okay?
Yeah, of course. Hope chat is having a wonderful time. Yes, I am being Mr. Roboto, and that is just me being a little bit funny. But yeah, welcome in there, Tank, Meatster, Little Geek, Jules, Zod. The Pokemon community thing, that's not a viewer, that's actually a bot. But yeah, hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It is Monday, of course, for those in the, I guess Eastern Standard, because anywhere else would probably be tomorrow, but yeah. I think Meatster is saying it's okay, but it could be a few things need to be adjusted still, I hope.
Continue talking, I'm checking.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, so what have you guys been doing lately? Like any games that you guys have been trying to do recently? New robot overlords? Yes, yes. Let's not offend the robots here. They could, very well overtake us. We have seen multiple movies like I, Robot, um, God knows Detroit Become Human, playing Apex and Diablo. Oh, the new Diablo game. What do you think of the new Diablo game? Is it the 3 or 4 that you're currently playing? Apologies if I open my mouth. I'm drinking myself. My avatar seems to like to open its mouth at odd times. And what do you think of 4 there, Zod? And General Zod, please don't attack us. I do beg.
Give me 1 second, Mortal. I'm gonna cover you for a sec, but they're gonna hear you, okay?
Okay, sure. No worries.
Continue talking.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I met Ali Dream Game on roughly 3 years ago, almost. We are approaching 2.5 years. With my 30 months, I believe. Then yeah, we've just been constantly growing our friendship and getting to know each other. We were panelists last year at TwitchCon together, and I am a voice in the woods. Yes, yes, I am. What is it? The song that goes? Um, oh, oh God, Nightmare Before Christmas. I am the shadow in the moon at night, filling your dreams to the brim with fright. Something along those lines.
You're actually back on screen right now.
Black Flag, even though I have played it years before, but now on PlayStation. Nice, nice. What do you enjoy about Black Flag? Because I personally cannot get on board with Black Flag at all. I think it's just the ship mechanics. I never was a fan of it. So I always try to avoid those, even in 3. Oogie Boogie song. Well, can we consider it to be Oogie Boogie song or Oogie's portion of the song?
It sounds like
So-
it. Like maybe like a prologue. Also, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
And everyone hears us nice and clear. By the way, I heard you really clear when I wasn't talking.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I can hear you as well. Perfect. Is this part of it? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, I love the song in itself, but if I'm trying to just pinpoint a specific portion, I can never do so. It's just a theme of the pirates. Yeah. I mean, yo, yo, ho, a pirate's life for me. I don't know. Things just coming to mind as we're trying to talk. And as well, just trying to get to know one another, right?
That's the whole point. This is about getting to know Twitch streamers, especially the fact that, like, when you visit a stream, you usually just see the person just playing the game and they do talk to you, but you don't know anything about them. You're just observing the game. So this is a nice way to, like, relax and chillax and get to know you and chat with you. So we were talking about the platinum games. The first game you platinum was the Harry Potter game. What was the last game that you platinumed?
The latest one that I actually did was called Styx Master of Shadows. Terrible game, don't play it. But I had started roughly about 8 years ago. I had received that game for free when PlayStation Plus had just come out with games on PlayStation 4 specifically. And so lately, a friend of mine actually started playing it herself because it was on her backlog. And that somehow tempted me to go back into it. And I just recently did it on yesterday, actually. And then today I 100%ed Dead by Daylight once more because I'd have nearly 3 stacks of that 100%. So yeah, just kind of, even though the platinum for Dead by Daylight occurred months ago, I still want to go every chapter and complete the 6 new trophies that pop in so that I can still say that I've 100%ed the entire game.
That's amazing. You know what I just noticed about the key that you're holding on your hand?
Yes, it has a platinum trophy.
It has a platinum trophy. Yeah.
It does, yeah. The person who gave this avatar to me for my birthday thought about using the apple that is shown in all of my art on my stream, but thought that it would be a nice indication to try and put my own spin on it with the trophy hunting. So put a platinum trophy as a keychain. It looks really, really amazing, and it shows who I am, really.
That's a really nice touch. I love that because it's your brand, and that's really important. I always say about brands, like the colors and the way that you resemble yourself. So that's really cool, and I like that little touch. But why a key? Can you explain about the key?
So one of my top 3 series out there in the entire world is Kingdom Hearts. I have a Keyblade at home myself. So what you're seeing is what's called a Keyblade. And in mine, there's actually a katana that you can remove from the hilt. So that was one of my first pieces of collectible swords that I bought because I do own a collection of variety of swords from gaming or movies. And so this one, it's very significant to me because Kingdom Hearts holds a lot of significance, especially with the villain, Xemnas, that Ali Dream is actually the one who got the voice actor behind Xemnas to say, "Bring me more hearts, mortal Paralyte," which is what you all see when you end up clicking that follow button on stream. So I am very much a fan of Kingdom Hearts. Actually, Kingdom Hearts 2 was my 100 platinum. So that was when I hit the 3-digit number for platinums. That was also my first ever 14-hour stream that I had ever done on stream on Twitch. Therefore, I was able to get all of that done within that time and still come out on top. And I'm only missing 2 of the platinums on at least one console. So Kingdom Hearts holds a very near and dear significance in my heart.
I love that. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts was. I heard of Kingdom Hearts. It's really cool. Ali Dream loves Kingdom Hearts. Undead says it's a nice touch. Zod says One Piece has the best pirates. Wookie Webster says evening.
Hey, Wookie.
Welcome everybody. I love meeting new faces. This is Mortal Paralyte if you don't know her, and if you do know her, there is a pinned message to check out her Twitch channel. She's also tagged on the title, so if you click on her name, it will just take you directly to the page. Because yeah, why not? So Mortal, what was your least favorite game that you platinumed, but you're honored about it? Like oh, I hated this game, but I'm so happy that I did platinum it because it's out of my list.
Oh, there are so many that I could say. Recently, I could say Evil Within may be included in that simply because of its difficulty. I like the game on normal, but the fact that the hardest difficulty ended up being a thing, just never again. There's other games that I could say, like, very small ones, such as Styx, the fact that it was on my list and I should have just finished it a long time ago, but I held off on it. I'm very glad it's over with. There's other games that it's like, when I ended up doing it, I almost said never again, such as Hollow Knight when I beat it the first time when I 100%ed it. I had received a little bit of bullying for that on my own channel when I first started playing and streaming, I should say. So when I ended up platinuming that after 206 hours, I believe was the final count, I was like, I'm so happy this is done. I love the game, but I hated the experience. So there's that tend to fall under I love the game, but hate the platinum, or I hate the game, thank God it's done. Sort of balance in between.
Oh man. But you said that it goes on this website, right? PSN's what was it called again?
Yeah, it's called PSN Profiles with a plural.com. So if you type in Mortal Paralyte, because my PlayStation has that hyphen in between the two names, you can actually see that I am in the top 600 ranked in Canada, but I'm also top 14,000 ranked in the world for trophy hunting.
Wow. So how many trophies not trophies, but how many platinums in total you've completed?
As of Styx yesterday, I am currently at 254. Which Ali Dream would be proud of me, but that includes Doki Doki 4 times.
Yay, Doki Doki! I love Doki Doki.
But yeah, so I've been trying to do a lot of games, not only just on my backlog, but also some that I had been, missing 2-3 trophies here on the side. So thankfully with PlayStation Plus, which is a subscription-based platform that you can get, over 400, 500 free games with a subscription, then you're able to just get all these games completed. Thankfully, some of the ones that I had started years back are on there, so I'm just trying to go through my backlog. Some of the people that I have not only gotten to know as friends, but as viewers on my stream, got me a few games, such as the one that I'll be starting tomorrow is The Last of Us Part 1 on PlayStation 5. So games of that nature, like I go for AAA, love the indie nature of things, but also trying to give a good balance between both of these titles. Indie and AAA.
What's one of your favorite indie games? There's so many out there.
Oh, there's so many, but I have to say Celeste.
Oh boy.
Celeste is the game that made me realize that I don't have to break my neck for a platinum trophy. That my mental health should come first and foremost. So when I actually ended up finishing the game, there were a few challenges that needed to be completed after the game is done. And so when I ended up finishing the game, I was like, okay, I'll try these out just for fun to try and get that 100%. But then noticed that the developers had specifically made a message to those who were starting to struggle with the game that if the game is becoming too much or it's affecting you mentally, to turn on assist mode, because the point of gaming is to enjoy your experience, not to be forced to try to break your neck for something or for someone. So Celeste was the one that officially made me realize that I could just enjoy gaming and enjoy trophy hunting while using these mechanics that is in the game.
That is amazing. Also, hello everybody. Starlack is here.
What is my worst platinum? Oh
yeah, what is your worst? That's a good question. Thank you, Meadster.
Oh, good God. That is a very good question. If I have to say one that I've done, but also one that I'm currently in the works for, the worst one that I'm currently doing. No, My Name is Mayo is not it there, Wookie. The one that I would say that I'm currently working on would be Friday the 13th, because that one is very much a grind, but just becoming a chore towards the end. Platinum wise, not story wise, let me point that out, but platinum wise, I would say Final Fantasy X.
Hold on, someone's saying there's an echo. Is there an echo, anybody? Please make sure that you have no many tabs open.
Yeah, I'm hoping that there is no echo, and if I need to repeat anything, please let me know so that I can do so.
Wait, echo.
Echo, echo.
Was there an echo? Oh. Is there an echo? No echo, no echo. Nope, just me. Sorry. It's okay, little geek. Thank you for confirming, though. So
yeah, no worries.
You mentioned Celeste. There was this game that Ale was trying called Scourge Bringer. Scourge Bringer? I don't know, but I have to. I'll send you the name of the game later. But it's basically, it tells you first things like this game gets challenging, and it's a roguelike game, and it just changes every time. It's like, I don't know. You fight a lot of enemies and stuff, but it's a platformer. It's really interesting, and it's like pixel. So maybe you'll take a look at it.
I'll definitely look into it then.
She got a few achievements on this, so she was really happy. Like the first achievements, you turn on the game.
Oh, we love those. We absolutely love those.
Yeah, that and then die like a certain amount of times. Yeah, she's best at dying.
One of the ones that I hear that the game itself is challenging, but the platinum is very easy, is Undertale.
Oh, I love Undertale. Oh, so Meester said there's an echo. Anyone else is hearing echoes? What is going on? I'm so sad. Wookie doesn't hear an echo? Turn on the game means locked into game from the start. No echo? Thank you. Thank you for confirming. Okay, so 2 people no echoes, 2 people echoes. I don't know. Anyways. Let's continue. Hi, Bryn. Also, chat, if you have questions for Mortal, please ask her. She plays a whole bunch of variety of games. And do you only focus on PlayStation games, or do you also play like PC games or Switch games?
So I used to play some Switch games. Recently sold it. I want to say roughly 6 months ago, simply because I just wasn't using my Switch as much.
Oh,
Um,
sad.
yeah, I honestly thought that financially wise, it just wasn't a feasible console for me to keep, just because of the fact that I wasn't using it as much. But I had Final Fantasy X and X-2 on it. I had Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Smash Bros, Mario Odyssey, Hollow Knight once again, Ori, things like that were really interesting. However, I was just finding myself not using it as much. So instead, I actually ended up finding a really good working PS Vita that I could have as a handheld console. Surprisingly, still gets trophies that are added to my PlayStation list. But I do play some Steam as well. I've started to broaden myself into also getting achievements on Steam, such as the Dead by Daylight game is one that I am now with the new chapter 15 trophies away from all 227, I believe, achievements there. I've started playing Lost Islands by Ocean Drive Studios. Dream has also given me Metal Hellsinger that I am going to be starting I hope relatively soon. But there's a bunch of other games that I've actually gotten, and there's others that I do want to get, such as the Soulsborne titles, such as Dark Souls 3. I'm really interested in trying to broaden my horizons with PC as well.
Will you play Getting Over It?
Yes, I will
Oh
try
my
to
goodness
be.
gracious.
I will not try to 100% that game because I hear that that is a very painful experience. However, I am not opposed to at least giving it a try.
One of my viewers got me only up and I'm scared.
Oh, that's another game that's on my wish list as well. I hear that it is very challenging and that if you were to fall, you have to start all over, but it looks like such a fun time.
Oh boy. Oh, they don't like me. It's funny how like there's these games that like test your patience and at the same time will drive you to either break a controller or leave gaming for a few days.
Oh, agreed, agreed. There's also that balance where you've got to realize that if you're burning yourself out, to take that step away from things is also very beneficial to you, because you can't go and burn yourself out, not just for your viewers, but for yourself as well. We all have outside lives as well. I know that I have a full-time job outside of streaming, to which that I need to keep my mental health in check. So if I'm burning myself out on gaming, then there's a possibility I'll burn myself out in real life. So I need to see that balance between both and keep that there.
That is smart. You always should have a balance just to keep yourself sane because then you might go insane.
Well, I did end up having at one point a break in my trophy hunting experience. I felt like I was in a rut. So I ended up not trophy hunting or not even playing games for roughly a month until I could figure out this slump of mine.
Oh no.
So when I ended up fixing it, thanks to another streamer that I met through my town, then I was able to get over that slump and find ways that worked for me to not just burn myself out on games that other people enjoyed, but also for myself too.
Oh, we're gonna wait for a few seconds because some people are watching ads. Unfortunately, I have it to come on every hour, so the hour passed. So I'm sorry.
No worries, no worries.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we do what we can.
yeah, we don't want them to miss important parts. So I'm just gonna be adding some filler here. So first we talked about your photography, then we talked about your platinum hunting. We haven't start of how you got into gaming, and we didn't ask about your streaming journey. So as soon as this ad break is over, then we can ask those type of questions. Also,
Yeah, of
chat,
course.
please ask questions to Mortal. Have you ever done interviews before? Is this like is this your first time as a VTuber doing an interview? But like, have you done interviews? And if so, how's the experience been like when you do your interviews?
I've done several interviews since I started streaming. I haven't done many, One of the biggest ones that I could say would be when Ali Dream and I and DJ Fira ended up being panelists at TwitchCon last year. So we ended up, getting questions from people, but also speaking in front of a relatively large crowd. I've been in several little interviews here and there on YouTube and on Twitch, obviously, but never anything substantial to the point that's like, oh God, why am I doing this? Or what am I going to say? Or anything of that nature. So I'm still, getting used to things, but definitely enjoying all of the experience that I am gaining through these interviews.
Was that your first convention, or have you been to many pro conventions? And if not, what conventions are you looking forward to go in the future?
I have been to several, conventions in the past, mostly, Comic-Con, but never one where I was there to present or to speak about something. So it was really the biggest one that I had done, especially when we had done TwitchCon last year. I was only at 850 followers. I wasn't anywhere near some of, let's take even an example of Ali Dream. I wasn't at her numbers, or even at DJ Fira's, or any of the other people there. But it's still the fact that it's empowering to know that people such as myself with very low following can still make an impact like that and be able to speak in front of a crowd, knowing that other people can follow suit, that we can be the underdogs, So it was my biggest one that I had ever done, but I've been to conventions prior. Like this weekend, I was at GameCon Canada in Calgary.
Ooh.
And but thanks to Wookie Webster, I was able to get there, and check out the environment, do a little bit of networking. But yeah, it was a fun experience. I'm hoping to once again make it to TwitchCon potentially in 2024 due to finances being a little bit tough. But I also would like to potentially go back to PAX West next year, because that was a fun time and it was relatively close by drive. So that's a good experience.
You also went to PAX East. How did you enjoy PAX East?
PAX East was very, very fun. It was also the first time that I brought my mother over to a convention, and she got to see what my environment is of streaming, of being surrounded by content creators, of getting to talk to other communities, pardon me, and as well being able to talk to developers, such as that is where I got to be upfront and talk to an amazing indie development company and play their game.
You mean that's PAX West?
No, that is PAX East.
PAX East is Massachusetts.
Am I getting both of them mixed up?
Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord.
You saw Ali at PAX East. That's why.
That's what it is. Oh, PAX West was Seattle. That is correct. No, my apologies. My apologies. I got both of the cardinal directions mixed up. As everyone knows on my stream, I need to go by left, right, up, down. I can't do directions. But yes, so as Ali Dream just corrected me. Yes, so PAX East was an amazing time. I also got to see Ali Dream for the second time there, but also got to be able to meet the same context applies of meeting indie development creators, also other streamers, getting to hang out and discover other people, or just buying merch and spending hundreds of dollars as we all do. But yes, so things about that was an enjoyable time.
Thank you. Oh, so Wookie, welcome back. Okay, so I guess the ads are over. So now I can ask you, when did you started gaming, and when did your love for gaming started to grow?
Gaming has always been something that I've been doing since I was a kid. One of the things that you will notice in my avatar, but sometimes I used to do it on my stream as well, that people could redeem, was to wear the motorcycle jacket. And that is because one of my earliest gaming memories that I can think of was I was roughly 5, 6 years old. I was on the back of my dad's motorcycle, and my excuse me, my mother had done a leather sleeve that went around the old Game Boy, the gray Game Boy, and so she added a strap to it. And while I was on the back of the motorcycle with my parents, I was playing, Bugs Bunny or Pokemon on the old Game Boy. So it was always gaming that sort of brought that to forward. And as well, my first ever console was the PlayStation 1. I remember being sick at one point while we were on one of our not deployments, but postings outside, because of course my father was military for quite some years. And so I remember just, playing Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone for the first time ever, and actually getting those little jelly beans everywhere and seeing the absolutely terrible PlayStation 1 graphics. But still, as a child, that was something I absolutely adored, and it was just an escape. So that had to be my earliest gaming memory. But trophy hunting experience was actually when it came out on the PlayStation 3. And I got the bundle of Infamous 2 way back in the day. It was like, I want to say back in 2010, 2011, that I actually first got the achievement hunting console. And that is how I just ended up loving gaming and achievement hunting in particular, because I was getting these little ding happening on my screen. And it was telling me, oh, you did this. Great. Now here's a reward for it. So it was just enjoying the fact that I was rewarded for doing something in a game.
Ooh. Wait, did you say you were like in a motorcycle playing video games?
Yeah. So the strap that my mom made around the Game Boy itself was leather, so it could, withstand rain and the wind. And because she added a strap to it, it went around my wrist, so I could play the Game Boy on the back of my dad's motorcycle while we were out and about.
That's scary, but fun.
It is, yes. I've been in the back of a motorcycle ever since I can remember, even beforehand. One point I remember that my parents held me in between them as I was on the back of a motorcycle. So, I'm very, very young, and in my 30s, I'm still wanting to get myself a motorcycle.
Oh boy, motorcycles are scary. Starlight says, epic parents. Oh, so needless to say, you don't get motion sickness, Little Geek is asking.
Funny enough, I do. I actually have to turn off motion blur when there is a game that has that function, because, for example, when I used to play Spyro, the Reignited trilogy, I actually did get motion sickness. That's why I can't play any Call of Duty games. So I do need to actually end up getting rid of that motion blur feature when I play those. But as a kid, I could always just look down at the console and then be just, out and about.
This is so cool. See how we're learning things about you that I had no idea. So this is actually really nice. I love this. Imagine your VTuber had a motorcycle.
Actually, if you have noticed on my Be Right Back screen, I am leaning against a motorcycle that is specifically from Persona 5.
Yes, I've seen your Be Right Back screen. It's so epic. It's so pretty. I like it. So now that we talked about gaming, platinum hunting, your love for gaming, and all that good stuff, streaming, what inspired you to be a streamer, and how did you get started?
So how I got started was, as most of us probably knew or even done, when COVID-19 hit, a lot of people ended up being stuck at home, or, lack for a worse term, got laid off in most places. I was one of those people who temporarily got laid off from her employment. And that was happening for 3 months. So I was playing video games, of course, just in the living room. And I'm like, why don't I just join this Twitch thing that people are talking about? So I joined as a viewer. And actually, one of the first people that I met was, in fact, Ali Dream Game On. And she was informing me that if I loved gaming, then why not do it with other people, so that other people could watch, or that I could play with other people online. So, as someone who has very low self-confidence, and as a photographer, I always hid behind my camera, I figured, why don't I just kind of broaden my horizons a little bit and make sure that I try to gain more confidence. So I actually started streaming with a camera. Didn't have much of a setup back then, but then learned about, getting a green screen, being able to use my photography as my background, and how to correctly do everything, such as being able to capture games, record games so that I could put them on my YouTube channel, and things of that nature. But as, of course, time goes on, the appearance in front of a camera started getting better. However, my self-image started to wane. So in that sense, that's why I started doing just image streaming, because comments from way back when, even comments that I've gotten on stream, made me question how I looked. And of course, one of the things that us female streamers have issues with is body image or sex appeal. And myself feeling like I was lacking that, that's why my friend started to see that maybe VTubing would have been a good opportunity to enjoy gaming without having to look the part, So, of course, a lot of us know that a lot of VTubers end up going for large cattails, the big breasts, the large sex appeal, or a lot of makeup. And I just didn't feel like that was me. So, in a sense, when my friend wanted to give me a birthday present, she ended up giving just that, me. And that's what you all are seeing right now. It's literally me with just transparency. So I've gotten to be a lot happier doing VTubing, while doing camera streams are still going to be a thing. It's just the fact that I am currently trying to remodel my office at the moment, so that's going to be a bit on the back burner, but also so that I can try and raise that mental state a little bit.
I love that. Wait, so Allergen was like your mentor, kind of?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, she helped so many people. I'm proud of her. Wait.
She really has. Yes, yes. I would not be where I am without everyone, but mostly Dreams. She's given me so many tips. I treat her as such a generous and very kind friend, and I'm more than happy to know her.
Wow, Allergen game on. Shut up, Zod. You know what? I'm talking in third person because Allergen's not here. I'm Ale Dreamy. Get it right. Come on. I gave you the lore about me. This is not about me, though. It's about Mortal Paralyte. So you're really enjoying the VTubing, right? Did you give yourself lore, or you're just basically Mortal Paralyte poop turn into a cute anime character, and you're gonna deal with me, whatever, whenever?
Pretty much, yep. I have started to think about maybe adding a different me on stream, sort of like a persona or a nobody, if we're going to be in Kingdom Hearts terms. I've thought about maybe utilizing that and raising the funds for it. At the moment, it's just not feasible. What with me having to get through my finances, not just because of the fact that I actually switched jobs recently in the last 8 months, and the finance aspect is kind of hitting me hard, but as well, I want to give people time to adjust to this VTubing model, but also I'll be hoping to expand on that with a potential persona kind of VTuber model.
I love that. I can't wait to see the different versions. Yeah, I'm working on different versions of myself as well. But
oh, good.
But the chat wanted glasses. Bam, I got glasses, and then now I got and when we tell bedtime stories, I'm gonna go in my PJs. Just to let you know. So I'm gonna switch over to PJs when we do bedtime stories together.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Hell, I don't even have a torso.
It's okay. So when I change my clothes, you're going to take over the stream for a bit, okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Anyone has questions? By the way, we are doing bedtime stories, so stick around. I have Mortal until midnight. And I'm really excited. If you don't know what bedtime stories is, it's basically visual novels. I like to read them, and it's one of my favorite things. And Mortal, have you done visual novels before besides Doki Doki?
I've done a few, but I haven't done them on stream. So there's been such as Phoenix Wright is another one that I have done.
That's my favorite. Sorry.
Uh, while I will disappoint and say that I thought the platinum hunting for it drained a little bit,
Oh, beer,
but
buddy. Oh,
the
boy.
story itself was also a little bit cut and dry. I did quite enjoy the visual aspect of it. I thought that the art design was very nice and just made a lot of sense. I wonder what they will do with the game in the future. I know that there is going to be a sequel behind it.
What?
So,
I have
sequel or remake behind it, something along those lines.
I have Chronicles and I still haven't touched it and I need to play it. And I'm really excited because gotta make my wallet cry. These video games, I swear.
Exactly. I've been so tempted to get Dark Souls 3 on PC, but that is $80 because Canadian conversion rates.
Wait, you're from Canada?
I am from Canada. I'm from the Great White North, where there's a lot of snow and cold.
Oh, Canada. I don't know the words.
Our home and native land.
Yeah, that one. It's the Apollo Justice. I love Apollo Justice. I have that for my 3DS. That's so cool that they're remaking it. Oh, that's exciting. I love it. I'm really excited. I love Phoenix Wright. Are you planning to do more visual novels since visual novels are basically free on Steam? But you got to be careful because there's some sussy ones. Don't play sussy ones. No. Stay away from sussy ones.
I've been tempted to. There's a few out there that I don't know if I could consider them visual novels, but they're like a mix of visual novel and oh god, tabletop games where you're just seeing it from a third person. Such as there's a game called Potion Brew, I believe that is the name of it.
I have that game.
Yeah, I've wanted to try and get it for PlayStation because it looks really fun. But it's also like bedtime story-esque with the no voice acting. Another one that was amazing that you should look into, which is a twin stick shooter, top-down, kind of visual novel, is actually Trigger Witch.
Oh yeah, you told Ali Jim about that one. Yeah.
Yes. Trigger Witch is fantastic, and I do recommend it to many people, especially if you are into just fantastic short visual novels / twin stick shooter. It is fantastic to play.
Also, Bookie says Inscription. I have Inscription. It was only like $6 for the Switch. I got it. I'm really excited to try it. Justina has a question for you. The question is, did anyone ask you what's your favorite movie or movie series, if more than one?
So as you can kind of tell, from the background and what I've been saying since the beginning of the stream, I am a very big fan of Twilight. That is my bread and butter. If you will notice, that is actually part of my name. The light is from Twilight, and I am also the photographer for one of the groups over at the Twilight Festival. So I could say that that is one of my favorite series, but also Mortal Instruments is one of my favorite book series, as the word mortal comes from. As well, I will say that Vampire Academy, not the TV show, the movie and the series, let's point that out, is a fantastic series that I do recommend to everyone. If you're looking for movies here and there that is not well known, I recommend Stick It. I find it fantastic, and I think it's a great movie with I do believe it is Kurt Russell is the name. I always get them mixed up. Jeff Bridges, sorry. No. Jeff Bridges.
B says they love Inscription. Thank you for the follow, Wookie. Folly, hello, Folly. Welcome to the stream.
Folly! Folly's actually, along with Ali Dream Game On, Folly is one of the first people I've ever met on Twitch, and so we've done collab streams together to just have fun, but also get ourselves out there as well.
I love that, and I hope Ali Dream and you would do bedtime stories more often, because she always wants to voice or just to do some voice acting.
As long as she's able to commit to my own schedule of work, then I am more than happy to do so. Especially on the months where I work 12 to 8.
That's perfect. She finishes at 6:30.
Sweet. Who is the most powerful vampire? Are we talking like just lore in general, such as like Dracula from Bram Stoker, or are we talking more like fiction, Vampire Diaries,
Dracula.
on Dracula Untold, and all that stuff?
Wait, according to you.
According to me, that's a very good question. There's so many different ways to go about that because if we're looking at lore specifically, I will use the example of when I went to New Orleans back a while ago. I actually ended up going on a vampire tour where they were using lore from their own town and being able to give us that history behind it. Of course, fictionalized, but to them it was quite real. One of them was that there was the power of, not is it telepathy that you no manipulation, and so of course they were trying to bring all of these people into getting their blood. So the power of manipulation was also something that was dreamt of with Dracula. Now, if we're talking in terms of lore and fiction in this day and age, you could say that some of the vampires in Vampire Diaries, what with their fire and Wolverine and whatever abilities that they have, is something that could be used in that. If we're talking in the True Blood, I've never personally watched True Blood, but that's something else. If I do a tier list, oh good lord, that's something that could be interesting. Personally, if I'm going to look at the story of Twilight per se, I do believe that the character named Benjamin is the most powerful one because he controls all 5 elements. But that is, it's very subjective as to what I believe to be the most powerful, but also others may perceive as the most powerful, Edward Cullen, the power of sparkles clammy. Dear Lord, dude. But yes, Blade 2, while I have not seen the Blade series, I know that the Blade character is quite powerful. Yes, I do have a Keyblade. I am known on stream for having my own personal Keyblade that I tend to whip up from time to time on camera. But as well, Kingdom Hearts is one of my absolute favorite series in the entire gaming history. So Kingdom Hearts 2 specifically, because of course, Xemnas being the amazing. But yes, I wish that I knew more movies of, vampire lore. Because I know Underworld is a good series that a lot of people enjoy. There's also the Blade series. There's Vampire Diaries, which to me, I stopped watching it after season 4 because it just got too out of control and too out there for me. But in general, I feel like it is very subjective as to what I believe to be the most powerful, but also how do we feel oh god, why do we bring up Chain of Memories? Oh no, that is just pain. Chain of Memories can go and suck it. That's all I will say, because that is one of the worst 2 games in the Kingdom Hearts series.
I loved it.
Chain of Memories sucks, dude.
What
It's
though?
just
Okay, so it was. I like the lore, number one. I didn't like Rico's gameplay when you finished the game first, but I enjoyed it. I had a hate and love for the Alice in Wonderland world, but everything else was good.
Oh, well, to me, it's the balance of the fact that it switched so hard from the action-based to a card-based action. It's quite too different. And the lore is fantastic. And of course, you got some more deep dive into some of the Organization 13 members that were no longer in Kingdom Hearts 2. The fact is that it's just too much, and as well, the platinum grind for it is atrocious. So, as someone who does that for pretty much their entire stream, Folly can attest to this because I got him to try Chain of Memories, and he pretty much rage quit on the game. Oh no, that was Birth by Sleep. Never mind. But still, Chain of Memories is very, very difficult to deal with, in my personal opinion.
Birth by Sleep gives me nightmares.
It's so good though. The fact that you have to do it 3 times,
No,
100% is
I
horrible.
accidentally deleted my Terra file when I completed it and had to redo it from the beginning. You know how upset I was? I have PTSD from that.
I'm sorry, that's just too funny. Oh yes, I remember Folly just breaking on the board game because you remember the board game style that you had to do with Birth by Sleep, correct?
I avoided that. I avoided that. Nope. Sorry. Nope.
So,
not for me.
To do the platinum, you must do all 8 or 9 of the board games in that game. And Folly got the worst ever luck on the Cinderella, which is the second board game in that Spark one. And hold on, Folly, you're not that terrible.
Just give it 1
Oh,
second.
then the Wolfman. Okay, I'll agree.
Just give me a sec.
I'll agree with Frankenstein. Oh.
Sorry. Just give me a sec. Your audio's going to be a little choppy because I'm setting up for the game, but you can continue talking to the chat.
Oh, yeah, no worries. So, Zod, I will agree with either Vampire or Frankenstein. The Wolfman, depending which one we're talking about, I definitely agree with that. Now, I have a question for chat. Because of the fact that there's talk that Frankenstein, Wolfman, all these